stream again.
Why did they do that?
Don't know who made that decision, but here we are, we're ready to go, and we're ready to get into this first best of 3 of IEM Summer, ladies and gents. Oh.
Yeah, it's a game we've all been waiting for. Sadly, Ancient dodged. I'm in the Ancient waiting room right now, yet to cast it, which is a shame, but...
I think we fixed it.
Never the start you want, Harry.
No, man, never the start you want. But, you know, it's fine. These things happen, and it's all well and good. It's all under control, Hugo. Just like Gambit have got it under control, right? They go and win that pistol round right there. We got to watch it, didn't get to talk about it. Damn, that ain't the start that nobody wants, Hugo. But now we got Vitality with this little force buy. They've got themselves some deagles. Everything's fine, and they're creeping down the catwalk. It's actually Masuta to open this round up. Oh, Kyojin as well. Gonna dome Shiro out of the round. So this force buy looking like it might give something over to Team Vitality. I haven't got to cast Kyojin yet, but I'm very excited for this, Hugo. You know, I was repping the YouTube channel. We've been watching a couple of his videos. I think it was NATO who put out a tweet about that originally.
Yeah.
Then he joins Vitality, and it's like, oh, they love a snappy aimer.
That they do, right? Masuta really like falling into this role as well. A bit more time in the roster, looking really, really good. And yeah, I mean, this is a hard game for Vitality, surely, right? Even in this position, yet to close the round. Gambit are doing a cat take, and this long aggro is going to get punished. Axel waiting, back to a mid to B. Gambit drop out, and now they caught the one man alone. Smoke is not down. They don't need it. Inters headshot onto ZywOo, and that mid to B drop is perfect. Look at Apex smoked off from the cat take. Vitality fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker. And we're even caught trying to rotate out of B. That's giving Gambit a second round. That's giving Gambit a 3-on-5 right back in. Certainly one way to do it. So forget the French Deagles. They're done. They're dusted. And we've got to have an eco here for Vitality as Gambit start to warm into this game.
Yeah, good recovery, right? It looked like that was going to get out of hand for a moment there, right? With Masuta and Kyojin getting the openers. That's where you can always rely on Gambit, you know, to come back in and kind of get things under control. I do love like how Gambit are really, you know, just looking so damn good, man. It's been very, very exciting. One of the cooler things to come out of the online era, right, is like the kind of CIS era that hasn't even really needed Na'Vi to be a part of it. Gambit, they've been the ones stealing all the attention.
Not those head-to-heads though, right? Obviously, you fall into Na'Vi, not just back at the DreamHack final, but even in the RMR for the CIS region. So, you know, we always talk about the CIS region.
Yeah, man, it's always so weird,
wild time.
Yeah.
The best team in CIS is never, well, is never the best team in CIS.
No, right? Yeah,
maybe
that's
the best team in the world, but regionally, always a bit of trouble. Right now, we got that eco. Apex scouting, everyone else, just the Eeks and USPs. And Gambit in no hurry. Oh, Apex, he's waiting to hear the hinge smoke get dropped. When he does, he spams it, tries to kill the player lining up. It's a nice idea, but we'll see if they take it. Ooh, Nafferty getting tagged, Apex. One weapon in this round, Gambit might just avoid it. Get away from the danger. There's that hinge smoke. Apex not going to be there to react in time, and up catwalk they go into that A bomb site. Notice we've still got players holding onto tunnels, so much as they did in the previous round, Gambit might just drop back into this late mid to B play. Apex has got the bomb, but he sees it get retrieved. 2 tags in this round for Apex. Can they be capitalized upon?
Yeah, it's a little something for the Pistols, right? But right now, Gambit are moving into a virtually uncontested A bomb site. You're double long here if you're Vitality. You were set up to try and play retake, and with Apex falling down in CT, the odds of retaking this round are pretty null and void. Kyojin with a deagle down in pit. Can he give us anything juicy? Can he give us anything to get excited about? I don't want to spoil it, but this is a Gambit round. This is 3 on the board for them. It's all with the goal of getting the guns out next, though, for Vitality, so that part's all well and good. Not looking like anything on the exits is really going to come out of this either, so it's a pretty clean round for Gambit. 4 players staying alive, and they get that little 3-0 they were looking for, so they find the pistol, they get the conversions, never letting it get out of hand. Zywoo has saved for that AWP though, so I'm excited, right? He's likely just going to bring that out right away, and he will.
Him and Kyojin had a banging game earlier to start off the day, right? Obviously, Vitality kind of stomped Complexity. Gambit, they stomped Sprout. So, you know, we've got 2 well-earned winners here in this upper bracket. Big groups. And Gambit looking to top it off. Shiro's got that AWP, and he knows that Zywoo will be pulling one into this first gun round as well. Gambit running down mid, setting up B. No fear about getting peeked through these doors. Hobbit's up close. Zywoo, meanwhile, deep down on the long side, far away from this take. Also, you know, we obviously know that Vitality love a bit of dust anyway, but this is kind of the perfect map to slot Kyojin in, right? Not going to have any problems getting acclimatized. You know your spots. He's up on the pit right now. Gambit is setting up for, yet again, this cat to A play. Still with Inters back in the B tunnels again, giving you that get out option if things don't go for plan. And Zywoo is looking to make sure that's a must. Pushing up on the catwalk, flashed off, doesn't fire, just waiting for the clean kill. And there it is as the second flash comes in. Gambit might reconsider. They're already dropping 1 man back into middle. Vitality haven't moved out of this double B setup. Nafany looking to clear a kill off of this smoke. Zywoo not giving him any opportunity. And there's the flick shot from Zywoo as well. Nice couple of kills. Back to B go Gambit.
Yeah, can't say you blame them, right? You see that Zywoo AWP? Nah, I'm good, man. You're going to start to look in towards middle. And Shiro is here with his orb. Oh, there was a player tucked close left, but he never discovers that. Masuta holding on to the tunnels and making quick work of this B play by the looks of things. Shiro is the last man standing. And even though he's given us some great clutches in his day, a 1v5, this one might be a little too far gone. And I think even he knows that, especially because he's got 1 second. So it would really be impressive. Vitality get there first, though, and it's a flawless round.
Yeah.
Quite a way to get one, right? You stop the cat take when they try to go back into a late B play. Well, you just, you uproot that as well, man. You kind of win both fights you had to win on either side of the map. And it's left you in a really, really good spot now if you're Vitality to try and, break away back into this game.
Yeah, I mean, saving there in a 1-on-5 is a bit of a shambles, right? You hoped Shiro would get more action in the round, but it does mean he gets another orb, right? He wouldn't have had the money otherwise. So this full buy is available for Gambit. They're going to give it another go, learning from their mistakes, perhaps. Vitality, double B peak off the bat. Everyone looking to get in, get involved. And Zywoo, more than anyone, pushed up on the catwalk. Oh, there's an arm, and he yoinks it. Zywoo can't hit the flick, though. Hobbit with the transfer and a lovely little spray to find 2 kills as well. Is this Inferno? Gambit are running up A right now. This B push is coming in, and Inters is in the right place to receive. Backing out, taking one with him, and cleaning up the round. It might just be Gambit onto 4. Kyojin can give it a go, but he can't stop this. Hobbit died to his own Molotov.
Okay.
But I'm not worried yet.
Yeah. It should be fine because of this short player. It should be fine. and Kyojin should just get shot in the side of the head. And that is kind of what happens there. Exile just peeks him. The round comes to a pretty swift ending. Everyone's happy apart from Hobbit.
Yeah,
I think, what, did he like crater into the Molotov?
Yeah, I don't know how that happened. I was watching Inter's whole beat.
Yeah, right.
But there was a molly in CT and he died, you know, either from full damage or molly. I would presume molly. Here it is. Little breakdown, and well, yeah, that'll make you break down.
The alternative ending to Lord of the Rings, where Hobbit just, you know, leaps into the fires of Mordor with the ring. Also, of course, the main character's name there wasn't Hobbit. It was something else.
Wow. Bit of an expert, Harry.
I don't want to brag, Hugo, but I know Tolkien's universe. So now we got this little pause. Vitality wanting to try and right their wrongs, because this is a convincing beginning out of Gambit. You know, they might have had that flawless rifle just moments ago, but it's not like that banked up enough money for you to feel too comfortable yet. Shox is donning an AWP here. ZywOo with the scout.
Rare to see, right? Always been Apex running scouts on this team. ZywOo's not a fan. Much rather save for AWPs in rounds where his team may force up after losing pistol. We did see that earlier, but yeah, you got to make do with what you got. Some form of sniper is here at least. Shox at B, the glass. Shiro's only just leaving spawn to set up on the same bomb site. Axel holding for a long push, and it just looks like a bit of a B crunch here for Gambit. It's a perfect round for it. It's only Shox, which, while can be dangerous, he's only got an AWP. They can run him down. Flash doesn't do much, though, and Shox gets to pick his shots. One kill. Masuta helping out from the door. The smoke is so late, and so double for Masuta. Shox joins the party again, and it's a done round again. It's looking like another flawless one for Vitality as they kill Axel coming through the long smoke. Yeah, I mean, Util wasn't great there for Gambit, was it? The door smokes after Masuta's doubled up. The flashes don't get Shox off the angle. Goes from bad to worse.
It's, man, whenever we've seen a good few B bombs that executes on Dust, and a lot of times it feels like teams intentionally try to have that smoke land a little later, and I still don't know why.
You don't want to telegraph it, right? Like, if it's
I imagine that is what it is, right?
You
want the guy to get smoked off and not be able to, like, come through as, like, you know, get there ahead of time before you're even through the tunnels, but it is always risky, and if Masuta's allowed to just take these fights, like, look, again, right, he's just going to have this open line into the doors. And so this B plate, Shox through the smoke. It's a beauty.
Ouch.
Not what you wanted if you're a Gambit fan, but my God, Vitality are feeling good about putting a stop to another one of these B plays.
Yeah, and, you know, the worry was that Vitality are about to be rolled, right, off the back of that scout round with a glass orb. But no, back-to-back flawless rounds for Vitality. Every round they've won, they've had 5 alive by the end. So that's a feel-good moment. Building up some bank. And Gambit, I think, time to stray away from that B-bomb site, right? Go back to these cat takes. That being said, they're going to be broke for now. One eco for Gambit. And hell, I mean, this is the kind of round to go B, right? Not,
yeah, I mean,
it's been going so well for them, but
it's been working great, so I can't think of why you wouldn't want to.
ZywOo taking risks, man. Galil, naughty. Shox has got his back, though.
ZywOo, best Galil player, man. Just watch this. You know, watch what ZywOo's about to do. I'm telling you. So Shox is going to get this first bit of contact. Whoop, there it is. Shox runs away, and ZywOo dead to a Glock, of course, like we all expected. There's another kill from the pistols, down to the 2-on-3. You now realize there's a great opportunity to do damage here if you Gambit. Right, at the very least. But the timing on that is just brutal. Intez was trying to grab the Galil. Before he can get his hands on it, the flash comes over, and so he's got no choice but to fight with the Glock. As you can imagine, it's not gone well for him.
Oh.
Come on then, Axel. There's a guy here. Kyojin just waiting up on the short side. Keeps it all right for Vitality. You know, they lose those 2. They're probably not chuffed about it, but hell, man, it's winning the round. That's what matters.
Yeah, right, equaled up now. Gambit with another rebuy, but got to make it worth their while. Vitality is starting to get flushed with the cash at the moment. They could even double up, and you know they will. ZywOo pulling it right in alongside Shox. Can just anchor down that B side as we've been seeing. Heavy long out of the gate for Vitality, but not forever. They will peel back and leave Kyojin there. setting up to deal with the cat take from Gambit instead, but Gambit is still defaulting, man. They're barely moving up. Missed hinge smoke for Naf, and he goes through the door. Somehow, some way, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, they're still able to cross behind it, so it's not been the end of the world here for Gambit. Zowie is waiting over here on short, and he's got Kyojin alongside him. This run boost is going to make matters. Oh, I was going to say interesting, but no, never mind. Cancelled, of course, ruined by Zowie. Oh, a double!
Yoink.
He steals it away. Kyojin was thought, well, I'm finally going to have a nice little chance, prove myself alongside the big name, but nah, Zowie snatches it from him.
And look at the re-aggro as well. This take, they're going to go back on long and set up with another flash. Like, this is going to get naughty for Gambit. Re-smoked. Oh, no. Flashed as well. Trying to get behind cover, and Kyojin will not let them. They're running into walls. Axel trades, but he's trapped, and Apex deals with him, leaving Shiro again in a clutch. But as much as the 1-on-5 didn't feel even worthwhile, this one is similar. Might have to be the save of that AWP. You are eco next round anyway, so can be justified, but damn, that sucks for Gambit. Vitality, I love the re-aggro on long there. Perfect play. Whenever Gambit
something that is mental as well is that, like, you know, Gambit have won one rifle round so far, and all the other rifle rounds that we've seen have been, like, so clean for Vitality. That's, like, something that's getting me a little bit worried, right? So often. It has just come down to kind of situations like this, like one guy's still alive, you know, like you don't really believe, Shiro's just having a save. And now Vitality find themselves in pole position, building up a hell of a bank account as they do it. You know, when you think about the tendency of having like the double AWPs in play, how even one AWP on a guy like Zowie and the kind of impact that can have, you're very, very happy with where the money's at, where your head's at, and how this scoreline is right now if you're Vitality.
Yeah, some more deagles. Certainly dangerous in the right hands, but with the AWP there as well. These are rounds that can be snuck past the keeper. So Vitality need to have their wits about them. Gambit, are they going to pop mid? All set up behind this door smoke. Shox is repositioned to at least a safer spot, CT, so he can back up after each frag or each miss, if it happens to go that way. Meanwhile, Shiro setting his team up. He has the only utility, so flashing guys up catwalk, getting a bit more room, but Vitality aren't interested. They've got the AWP back in the A site, just watching passive, making Gambit commit if they want to win this round. And that's a good call for an anti-eco as well. You know the util's not going to be there, and so don't give Gambit picks, don't give them guns, and map control. Shox taking one out of middle, and eventually you got to cut your losses and just commit to this A takes. One smoke, one flash, get past Zowie in the site, run boost coming in, as Zowie's already done this before, and he'll do it again.
Oh, only the tag to Hobbit, but you know he's going to go finish the job at some point. That is, if Apex doesn't beat him to it. And so just Axel, it's another clean-looking round. Ooh. Yeah, Zowie gets met by a chance Dyac shot there. However, should get put to rest sometime soon. Axel, you don't want to give him too many chances in a round like this. Now with the AWP retrieved, there's another man at long that he doesn't know about, and the rest of Vitality are up through Cat coming in on this retake. They've got Axel trapped, and he's pincered in, finished off by Masuta. A good bomb plant, all things considered. Like, that was a 1v5. It was about to be another big money-making round for Vitality where you get nothing done in. You know, suddenly he comes in with those 2 D shots. You get the extra $800 as well. It's little things, but in the long run, you know, these can make all the difference.
Yeah, especially when Vitality are the ones sitting on this, you know, huge wealth on this CT side. So double AWP is still saved. It's not the end of the world. You're still making money there if you're Vitality. Everyone wins in a way. Gambit come in with almost nothing. And now that bomb plant has allowed for the rebuy of the AWP as well. Fast long, about time for Gambit. Not something we've seen yet. Inter is going to dive through with the smokes in his face. They line up, but he can't get a kill. Apex is very quick and very clean. 2 clinical headshots out the long position. And didn't even need to smoke that. He's got loads of room in the pit. Kyojin's helping out. B has been dealt with, and Shiro's back in spawn.
Ah, Shiro's been here before, hasn't he?
Feels like his entire team.
Yeah, dude, this is basically his life right now. Oh, guys, like, you want me to try 1v5 again? I don't know. Probably not. But maybe. Over here into the long doors, there are two players kind of trapping you in if you're Shiro. Right behind the doors is Kyojin. And even if he missed, man, even if he managed to fall at the hands of Shiro, he was going to get traded instantly. That was a great way of like just mitigating any danger that Shiro represents in the 1v5, right? You have this lovely little double long, like bait and switch, can trade off of each other, and you just give him no room.
Yeah, this T-side's not really going to plan for Gambit, right? Like just getting met with 3 players wherever they go. Their lurkers are often walking out late to nothing. Shiro's been in a lot of, you know, what you would call in your pugs, you know, baity positions, but obviously he's there hoping his team get the entries, and, you know, sitting back and spawn is a good way to gauge those rotations, kill players on the cross, deny, you know, cat retake. Those CTs can't jump up Xbox when you've taken long. So there is lots of value to having your orb just sitting and spawn on this map. It's something that Simple does a lot as well, but when your team aren't even, you're getting past the first man, then yeah, it's going to leave you in a lot of one-on-5s. Another broken buy for Gambit. Hobbit, he's 1-10, but he has had 2 big kills, right, up on Catwalk, which at least got Gambit 1 round. And so hopefully this AK can be put to good use once again. Vitality doing it once more. They know what they're up against. It's eco for Gambit, and so they make them commit. They'd give away nothing. No picks are available here for Gambit. They've got to pick a bomb site and set up for it. So Inters with the smoke flash, the only nades in this round. He's trapped up in B. Mizuta spots the mid play, and he wants to go back for a little bit more after Apex makes that contact. Quick kill, traded by the scout. Mizuta dies as well, and this can get awkward very quick.
Yeah, this is coming together for Gambit. They're feeling a little bit better about this one now. They've just got to get past Shoxy. However, that is a matter easier said than done. He's pincered between these 2 players, and Inters just deletes him with the deagle. Now, Shiro, who's been waiting up on short side, is going to try and come in with the Glock Scout lurk play down through short.
Here's the bomb, Harry.
I didn't even notice that.
15.
He does have the bomb. This is very, very scuffed. Okay, bomb plant's going in at the A site, right? We're just going to deal with that. We're just going to pretend like, yeah, that's fine. Here's ZywOo in B, and he's now realized, well, there's no ticking, there's no bomb, and so they're saving on the side of Vitality.
God. Just out position completely, right?
What?
Like, no,
I didn't even realize Shiro had the bomb, man. I just did a rush.
Yeah, I got confused because he wasn't fighting. He wasn't trying to kill those rotates, and that's when I realized, like, of course.
Yes, of course. He has the bomb on short, right? Yes.
Last thing.
How could I have been so dumb?
That anyone is ready for, us included. Vitality definitely.
That's how you know, like, you know, you've managed to outbrain the enemy, because, like, you know, we even have the HUD, man, and I didn't even realize. So
it's a 5th round.
Sheesh.
Sheesh indeed, Harry. Gambit building into the T side at least, but again, double orbs being saved by Vitality. Not that that would have been a requirement. They've got heap load of cash. This was a banger for Inters as well, getting rid of Shox on that B side. That was the massive kill that, you know, made Vitality commit to the rotate. They were still anchoring back on A until Shox did fall.
One of the most nerve-wracking things about that, though, was that, like, in some 2-on-3s, like, you know, I get that they were anti-eco, so you're a lot more lenient to go for it, but, like, a lot of the time in a 2-on-3, the CT is just cool to save. If they've like doubled down to the A bomb site and saved there, that would have been terrifying. But luckily enough, they did go for the retake, and that ended up being their undoing in some kind of hilarious, you know, cursed round.
All right, what have we got here? Massive round now. Gambit don't have, you know, the money that Vitality do, so they need to get back to back on this T side. Shiro, will he be able to hit the cross shots this time around? No, the smoke is in, and Vitality make it safely as well. 3 players leaning B. Shox leaning forward, right up in the monitor, face to the screen, looking for this B kill. He's going to aggro. Inters on top of the boxes. Shox has to flick, and he hits the leg, but not enough. Inters trapped, and Mizuta deals with him. That's a key trade at least, but that spurred Gambit on to set up for the mid to B. They know those B players are focused on tunnels, so a mid smoke to complicate things, and they walk right back. Vitality going to be so scared of middle right now. Both players are looking at it. Meanwhile, they're getting upper push, and they have no idea. Oh, I love it. Hobbit going right through.
That's saucy. Going through the smoke, Masuta won't even consider it, and he's caught looking into middle. Axel with the follow-up. I love that call out of Gambit. Hobbit's like, look, man, they've smoked. They've just deep mollied the smoke. Yeah. They're never going to expect the walkthrough, and they didn't. With that, the round is found, and this round was like such a good example of like the 4D chess game that is Counter-Strike, man. Shox and Masuta double pushed the upper tunnels. Inters expecting, you know, that like these B pushes do come in. Oftentimes it will be Shox on that AWP trying to lead it just to snipe one, you know, down and get out of there with the man advantage. So Inters is like playing up on top of the box. He only gets legged in the peak, trades that out. Masuta was like the second guy meant to, you know, keep things even, and he did at least deal with Inters. But then it comes back into that B play where it's all about like, you know, kind of managing the expectations of what Vitality are expecting, what they're not accounting for. That was such a nice round, man. I feel so good, man. I've missed this. I've missed the end.
Yeah, a bit of an EU Counter-Strike carry always hits the fancy. Never against it. Some tier 1 CS back on the menu, baby. We got 10 days of summer and hopefully many months more after the fact. But here at IEM, certainly going to have some banging matchups, and Gambit at the forefront of that as well. Another double AWP for Vitality. Lots of saves in the CT side has kept them at least financially stable. Shox in middle, almost getting that pick, but flashed off right as they get up close to the door. Could have been an early advantage for Vitality. Now nothing getting given over. Up cat go Gambit. ZywOo is going to meet them there. He's already heard the cross, but he's got to get out. Yeah, about to be peeked from the right side. Good escape. Kyojin aggresses to catch Axel. Finding that one lurk player is now Gambit committing to ZywOo. Another kill from the AWP. Oh, he does get spammed on the corner, down to 1. Apex going to help him out with some util. They know he's trapped right now. Shiro has him locked in a corner, but ZywOo's not giving away the kill. And with a flash, he gets out alive. Very close for Shiro, but not quite. And another 3-on-5 for Gambit, but one that doesn't feel like there are many ways back in.
No, man, they've really, really struggled at these like 3-on-5 positions. I mean, anyone would, right? But oftentimes these kind of rounds have just been flawless for Vitality. ZywOo, 1 HP, by the way. Like, this is how good he knows he is. Look at him. He's like, yeah, I'm fine.
He's already got it.
I'm fine, dude. They don't know what they're about to get hit by. 1 HP ZywOo over on short. Whoop, there it is. Shiro on the receiving end. And the bomb now cut loose. ZywOo, the one that got away. And Hobbit out through the long doors, dead to Kyojin in the pit. It's all on Inters. 1v5. And will he just elect to try and hold on to the AWP? I mean, they've got money to buy. Oh, just go die to Shoxy. 8-6, Vitality. This is really nice what we're getting out of them right now. You know, like you think about the fact the pistol goes the way of Gambit. They get 2 rounds on the back of it, you know, in conversions. Outside of that, they've managed 3 rifle rounds to the 8 of Vitality.
Yeah, and it was Gambit starting strong right out the gate, going 3-0 up. So, you know, you got to keep that in mind. Conversions always help, but just shows how much you've been struggling when the guns come out. Gambit looking for the mid pick, and they've got it. Finally, Shiro. He's been hit 15 rounds waiting for an opening frag, and he's finally given it thanks to Shox. Right, what did Gambit do with this man advantage? World is your oyster right now, looking like a long take, and late in the round, Apex is the only one here. Gonna be able to smoke it off at least before he departs, and that might be enough to make Gambit hold off. Reset and wait another 15. Meanwhile, Inters is getting up catwalk at least, but he might be met by some resistance. Vitality flashing Kyojin in. Nafany rather is a guy up cat. He's blind. He gets out alive though. And the re-smoke again. Just more walls being put up by Vitality, and a big refrag from ZywOo finds Axel out middle. Gambit now taking long, setting up towards A and going into ZywOo.
Yeah, flashes rain over, but go both ways. Kyojin is just about able to get himself up into the bomb site. ZywOo! That was almost a collateral. Instead, Shiro is out for blood and on with the trade. When they let Shiro play the round, he's actually able to find something out of it. Nice little double. Oh, make it a third. Come on, get number 4, baby. Woo, it's the tag, and finished off by Hobbit. Good stuff out of Gambit. Just Masuta left to get past, and in the 3v1, it feels like nothing could go wrong here. Masuta up through CT. Oh, I hear him. There's the swing from Car and Ramp, and that there is 8-7. Oh, it's nice and close, baby. We wouldn't want anything else. There's a second half still to come, so stick around. Man, it's a summer's evening. Oh, the drinks are flowing. Everyone's having a great time. And it's Vitality taking on Gambit. Map number 1, 8-7. Nice and close. Just the way you like it.
Yeah. Good vibes. Poolside. And you know we got a little umbrella in our drink right now.
We do. We do. Oh, I love the little umbrellas, man.
I can't wait till we get on cam later, Harry, and get to show the people what we're working with. Right now, we're working with a pistol round. It's Vitality's T side, and they are not quiet about it. Explosive long take, but a double tap from Shiro and Axel keeps them on his side. We're looking to hunt down this pit player, but Axel is not giving him any room to work. Shiro keeping up the pressure, and they finally get the pit man out of play, but at what cost? A 2-on-4. Gambit. Everyone up on this A side right now. Vitality are going to try and reset. But will they really go round the world, back to spawn, back to B? Eventually Gambit will be there as well. They might have even spotted that. Hobbit seems to think so. And Vitality for a second looked like they wanted to change their mind. They do. This is nice. They get spotted. They double back to A. But unfortunately, Gambit is still triple stacked up on this bomb site right now. Wherever you go, you're walking into an unfavorable fight.
Yeah. Look at this. A little conga line of Vitality players, but it's only too deep. As they go into middle, Nafany just jiggling this, playing for the info. He should get this spot. And once he does, Gambit know they've read this right by leaving 2 over in this A bomb site. Shox is holding for the re-swing back in middle, but he's not able to find it. And so now, you know, these 2 players in the A site, you got to get past them if you want to have a chance in a post plant. Flash goes over. They're both in this site. They're doubled up. Shoxy is holding for this swing, but Gambit are just not giving it over. This is brilliant. It's like hide and seek. And Inters and Shiro, the reigning champions of it, go 8-8 as they find the pistol for Gambit.
Oh, getting sweaty in that A site, isn't it? Gambit now drawing things up, and Vitality with no bomb plant might just have to take a quick deco, couple of pistols, and wait for the rifles to come out in the 3rd. Never as much temptation to get those forces in without a bomb plant. And Gambit, they know what's up as well. They're not too heavy on the rifles, still some SMGs. Vitality, maybe even pulling a bit of a French classic, getting a time to talk during this little eco, figuring out what they want to do in the next gun round, using it, as it were, as a tactical pause. And obviously, on top of that, hoping Gambit make the mistake of getting aggressive, right? Getting impatient, pushing something. But yeah, even if they did against Glocks, you're not going to be too hard-pressed to find anything.
No, I mean, I always love it when teams do this, right? Like, don't get me wrong. I'm all for the efficiency that is running 5 guys into certain death and just dying very, very quickly. But these are great, man. Like you say, it kind of acts like a bit of a timeout. You can discuss future rounds. And on top of that, because you're playing so slow, you bait all the utility out of Gambit. So it's like, even if you don't get any kills, well, you're forcing a couple of $1,000 reinvestment in that util. And, you know, every penny counts, especially for the CT side, man. Can't understate that enough. That's a terrible run boost, but it's fine. You really weren't expecting much here anyway. There's a little double up, and the bomb plant will be denied.
Yo, Shiro, that was nasty, dude. Anyone catch that flash? He bounced off the box on the ramp, and it just pops on default. Wow. What a cheeky little play. Gambit up in the lead, but we've seen this before. It means nothing in the short term. Vitality about to pull out their guns, and big guns at that. We've got an AWP for Shiro at least, right? Coming in early. He's been fragging at least when he's in the right position for it. And ZywOo glassed up, going to be joining him late to the mid-peak, lets them cross, and tries to catch a player after the fact, but no one's here. Smoke down mid, Apex going to try and clear it, make sure low is empty as well. And I'll be getting spammed through that smoke, through that wall. Definitely time to get out alive. Meanwhile, Vitality set up for what looks like a B explosion. Going to try and fake some cat presence first. The nade is lovely in B as well. Apex is lining up utility in for this B bomb site. Vitality are walking the smoke. It's baited. Oh, Inter's getting caught. That's a gnarly kill from Mizuta. One man on the bomb site, just trying to hide out with the SMG. Let them get close. And the AWP picks Shiro through the smoke. Nafany showing up at least with the but he's late to drop the smoke, and they're moving up on him. He's now bought time. He's bought room, and he's hiding.
This is wild. Nafany, how are you still going? He's hiding in the smokes, and Nafany is still defending this B-bomb site. Now in this smoke is ZywOo, the toughest competition yet. Oh, no, right behind him. They've traded places, and ZywOo will get the kill, so it's down to the 1v1. As good as Nafany was there, as much as he was able to deliver, it still comes down to Axel having to beat the heavyweight of ZywOo.
Oh,
he's missed the timing, but he seems aware. Oh, he's still holding his nerve. Up in the window, Axel could just swing and end it now, and he will. ZywOo dead to the FAMAS. And the defuse in for Gambit, a free AWP upgrade as well. Nafany, man.
Yeah.
You little cheeky devil. I don't know how he stays alive so long. The fact that he gets so many kills out of that's so huge from Nafany in the grand scheme of winning that round.
And it felt like ZywOo was like trying to fit that puzzle piece in, right? But he kept, you know, scoped in. He kept hitting the wall. He couldn't quite get into the cubby in time. And I think that makes all the difference in that clutch, right? Coming down to him not peeking the window. He was considering it, but just more focused on the movement more than anything, and had no cover. 10 rounds to Gambit, that's a big one to win. It's their bonus getting picked up, albeit with an AWP as well. And now Vitality are going to be left to force back 3 Galils as a result. Far from pretty. Heavy out long for Gambit. Of course, that is a bit of a short-term plan. They've already started leaning players back towards that B bomb site and setting up in A with long under control. You don't have to worry about it. Maybe a lurker coming in late, but rare to see full execute out long unless you're playing spawns on the T side. Again, looks like a B play. Don't be fooled by the catwalk take and the flashes that are all to keep Gambit attentive on that A-bomb site. Mid to B smoke, or mid-door smoke rather, is annoying as Vitality were looking to set up a mid to B. Instead, just coming down to the tunnels crunch. Once again, Nafany armed even better than the last time around. And here we go.
Yeah, a little mid to B. Nice, simple. I do like the setup in this B bomb site, and Hobbit already up on the boxes in mid. It looks like he's going to go through the smoke, and so he catches Shoxy. Now as Nafany's drawing these players in the tunnel in, Inters was hoping a strike, but actually Zywoo, Masuta, and Kyojin have somehow come through with a kill each to even the playing field. And now Axal and Shiro are left in this retake. You thought Hobbit had done enough, man. Like, he just had a round and a half. Now you still have to retake both players through the tunnels. This is info that Vitality have. And Masuta's in a really good spot to put a stop to this. Doesn't even have to peek right away. Not until like Zywoo's even made contact. And so, yeah, he dies immediately. Oh, the little turn from Axal. Little style on that one. Defuses in. Gambit, they win that retake out, the 2-on-2. I thought the Vitality had that in the bag, especially with that crossfire, you know, between back plat and car.
Yeah, they had all the info as well, right? They weren't even considering middle because the running in the tunnels was called over. Nice try, but even from the get-go on that retake, Gambit were looking at the box, right? Shiro was trying to cover Axal as he moved in, waiting for the timing, and then the head pops up. But Axal to trade and having a great game as he. 17 frags and 11 rounds for Gambit. We finally got even another pause coming from the CT side off the back of winning a round, no less. A flawless half for them. This is going to be a better buy for Vitality at least. Unfortunately, no AWP. Overpass and Mirage being our follow-up map, so I will say that does at least make me think the Vitality need to win their pick here.
Yeah, right. You were really hoping that like they could hit the ground running here, have a bit of a battle on Overpass, a chance at something there. But you know, I think a lot of people are looking at Overpass and going, yeah, man, Gambit should have that in the bag.
Yeah.
It is certainly a little bit worrying, right? And you're already having to make sacrifices with buys like this. It's just another B play, another attempt to get in. And Inters dies right away. Now, Nafany's trying to cover this from middle, but he will. Oh, Apex, no. Shot in the back of the head. And the nade. Oh, not going to find the low HP Kyojin. Still, man advantage for Gambit. This is, you know, this is what you want. If you're ever going to retake B, nice little 4-on-3. You take those.
Yeah, they got to wait for the big flank though, right? It's coming in from the long position. Zywoo's considering it, but double tunnels anyway. Zywoo peeking in and grabbing that kill, but he's never going to get out alive. Axal can now set them up with flashes for the B-bomb site. They won't do a lot from this position. Kyojin's just tucked in on the box. Definitely flies in, helped out by Axal on the tunnel's flank, and Gambit find a 12th round. Man, they're looking explosive, Harry. The comms are there. Very clean retake so far out of Gambit.
Yeah, right. The T side might have been like kind of hit and miss at times, but this CT half has been class out of them.
Yeah, what a realization from Nafany as well. The second kill, like swiveling, catching Apex, no CT smoke. Apex is watching spawn. He's trying to kill those rotates, but yeah, just a second's difference, and it makes all the difference in that round. We've had a crash from Apex, so we will be waiting for him to reboot. Hopefully it won't be too much longer. But that's not what Vitality want either right now. At least it was not during a round.
Yeah, right. Could be way worse. It could have been, you know, like Apex about to hit some gnarly mid timing and then he crashes. At least this way, he died in middle and then gets to restart his PC. Woo!
Don't even have an excuse at that point.
Yeah. Man, I'm really enjoying what we're getting out of Gambit. I'm loving it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, obviously there's a
little
timing,
B string.
perfect
There,
timing.
Hugo. I felt you about to bring that up. Well, we got Sprout taking on Complexity. It's also on Dust 2. And right now, Complexity holding on to that lead.
Yeah, it's cool to see Sprout here, right? Obviously qualifying from the national championships, you know, beating teams like Endpoint and Movie Star Riders to this spot. And so that's really cool to see them here as well. You know, lots of well-known names, in Speedy and Dennis especially. So always cool to see them back here. But right now, at least, it's all about Gambit, the best team in the world, running amok over Vitality. Like you said, was a close first half, was hit and miss. Right now they're stepping up, and Vitality need this round, right? Otherwise they're going to get rolled on their T side. They're yet to field anything.
Oh my, the flashes. Axel, how have you managed to get away with that? He's just stood out in the open while everyone's blind, him included. Fighting to hold on so long and goes back. Finally, the second time around proves to be one journey too many out into this this long crossfire. More like firing squad, really. Just a line of them, man. All right, they've gotten out.
But look at the util for Vitality. Like, how the hell are you supposed to make anything?
You just saw that, right? I think it was.
They were looking for it.
They were looking for any utility that's left. Like, man, you just need something. They're hoping.
Just Oliver, man. Like, can I have some more? Desperate, and run boost will be the solution, they think. But the missed shot, as I was out in the open with no armor, he even hit the tag to Nafany. It doesn't make a damn difference. Gambit, 2 low players, but a man up. Vitality trying to cross with 1 smoke and 1 Molotov. No matter what they do, there's a gap. They're still going to run it through. Deeper smoke, getting up onto the site, and Apex throwing the molly in as well will cut off Shiru. This gives Vitality a bit of room to maybe get a plant.
Oh my God, look, going through the smoke, Nafany. Ow! There's a guy long! Someone needs to kill him! Shox will get it, but that's not how that should have happened. Shoxy now left in a 1v3. I don't know how Nafany's just gotten away with all of that. That's absolute stone cold murder in the A-bomb site.
That's the highest pitch I've ever heard out of you, Harry. And that's saying something.
Yeah.
Christ.
I was so shocked, man. Yeah. I was thinking, I was thinking, yeah, Nafany, this is a cool idea, but you're dead before you even get out the smoke. Yeah. And Shox was like running back to pit, worried about the long lurk. Yeah. Never had that info, so you understand why he's not looking. But man, I can't believe that's how the round is torn away from you.
Yeah, Gambit just don't give them the room, right? They don't give them a moment to get comfortable inside of A. And you have the plant, guys. We'll retake. We're a man up. We'll play it safe. No, through the smoke in your face. Gambit up to 13, and again, just 6 in a row on the CT side, yet to even falter, yet to be uncomfortable. Vitality quaking in their sandals right now, maybe, Harry. They've only got pistols. Gonna have to give 14 up. Lots of util. The B crunches have not worked for Vitality, right? They've had some very close ones. Those have been their closest rounds yet, but no conversions. They had a B spawn here, but they won't take it. I can't blame them. Shox with 1 Galil.
They have managed this mid-crossing. No one spotted this as Gambit are playing pretty passive, right? Oh, but here's the footsteps and the flashes at least. That's something. Now they know there's players up catwalk, and he's already moved up from CT to try and keep an eye on this position. At this exact moment, Axel flashed into long, gets the information that the long doors are looking clear. And so at this point, Gambit are fully ready for what is looking like just a short exec from Vitality. This is pretty simple. This is like a bread and butter of Dust 2. Oh. And there's Masuta with the opener. Now waiting at ramp is Hobbit. Oh, but he's dead as well. Masuta's Deagle. So punishing. This now is kind of hanging in the balance. You could make the excuse to save here. Whoa! Masuta does manage to get up the short side. Axal and Inters trying to come back in, but time's already ticked off for this bomb. They need the kills and they need them quick. They do catch Kyojin out on the short side. However, ZywOo's been armed with this AWP. It's only good for one. Masuta, he opened up the round with a double. He needs to close it with the hat trick. And Inters has faked the bomb tap, baits the peak, but Masuta nails the shot. And that's Vitality up onto 9. On the back of that young man's dig.
Oh, yeah, that's what we needed. A bit of a hero here for Vitality. And those entries up on A were huge. I mean, look at Hobby, right? Like, he had the position just to win that round single-handedly after the AWP gets dropped. You think they'll never be ready for a second man on the ramp, but great dig work out of Masuta, even to win the clutch as well. And now Gambit, hey, this is the CT economy, man, right? Win all these rounds in a row, get 6 up on the CT side, lose 1, you're broke, boys. Back to the default pistols. They could have forced this, but I actually really like the call to just give it up, give Vitality 1 round and come in with your best buy, have everything. As a result, this round will be forgotten. There's nothing to do for Gambit. Boost getting spotted, Inter's getting tapped, and that's a lovely little round from Apex to find 10.
He hit the dink on the jump.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Getting out of control here, getting a bit wild on Dust 2, but maybe Gambit can restore some normality to this CT side with another win off of this buy.
Like,
yeah.
If that was a deagle, he dies to that. Yeah, that's pretty reasonable. So Shiro's got the AWP. We get to have this head-to-head of him versus ZywOo. First half, man, Shiro was playing Save Simulator, but now, on this CT side, we've had a lot more action out of him. We want to try and see something here. He's flashed in mid, but still good for the kill onto Shoxy. It's a nice big kill feed. Any more out of Shiro? Because there's plenty more bodies in middle. He just needs to find something through this smoke. Instead, they run on by, up towards the B bomb site where Nafany is all alone. He's pincered by Kyojin in the window. A 3-on-3. Once again, you could even make a case for saving in a round like this.
Okay. I think they want to see if they get a kill. If they get one, they'll be tempted in, but already the CT players are backing out. Hobbit looked like he wanted it, looked like he was invested, but now just trying to get out with his gun. He's done that at least, finding 1 kill. And can you imagine if Gambit weren't calling the save and they were all CT when Hobbit got that frag? Suddenly, you'd be running into B, you'd be holding your W button, and you'd be hoping the Vitality give you the kills. But instead, it is just that save. Gambit playing things smart, playing by the numbers and taking 11 of Vitality, rather, both getting away with their guns. Kyojin, he doesn't know, and I don't either. He will die to bomb. He actually was 2 health off of surviving. Very cruel. But better than arming your opponents at least, right? ZywOo gets out with that AWP, but we already know Shiro saved, and for good reason. Suddenly, this isn't such a one-sided affair anymore.
No, right? You touched upon it, Hugo. You said that CT money's punishing. You weren't lying, man. You weren't sugarcoating that at all. It is starting to feel a little rough. Gambit, every rifle round they're losing is hitting like a 2-for-1, and that is, how these T-side comebacks can happen very, very quickly. It feels like you kind of take your eye off the ball for a matter of what feels like just 2 rounds, but it kind of hits like 4. And suddenly they're right back into this game. Vitality getting out through short. Apex is deep. Now flashed. Will die at the hands of Hobbit, but it's only the 1. You should also know about Axile now over towards this A-bomb site. It was him throwing the flashes for that peak at the crossroads. So they know about the long player. He doesn't have that element of surprise. The round's locked in for Vitality. They're up on a 12, now 1 away from equalizing this up.
Yeah, someone needs to make a play, right? We needed one of those rifles to go ham. And right now, Axel's just trying to hold on to it. Flashed out as well. Shox was low from that dink, but no reload allowed. Vitality hunt down all the guns, and that's a very successful round for them as well. Up to 12. Emptying the pockets of Gambit. But we do have that rebuy at least, right? That was saved. 3 guns kept off that B round. Seeing a lot more out of Vitality though with these AKs, right? Mizuta's had some bangers. ZywOo's AWP has been going on both halves. And Vitality, they can taste it, they can smell it. Oh, especially with shots like that through the smoke. Nice kill from Axel at least. He's going to try and get out alive. The molly even burnt out shocks. Flashed by Hobbit. I imagine that played some part as well, just stuck in the flames. 3 on 5 right now for Vitality. That is not how they expected this to go down.
Yeah, we need someone to try and reclaim these man advantages. Try and bring something back into this round for Vitality, and ZywOo is looking to be that man. First shot might have missed, but he nails the second. While this is happening, Masuta gets into the A-bomb site. Masuta and ZywOo trying to do it all again for Team Vitality. ZywOo on a big rotate all the way through, T-spawn to the long doors. But he will be coming in. He will be getting set up. A lot of this round now going to fall onto the shoulders of a guy like Shiro, right? He's got the AWP. He's the only guy with HP. Nafany, if you remember,
big flank,
was tagged up in the beginning of the round, but he's wrapping the long doors. Oh, the wrap could be big. Nafany, even 1 kill is worth it on HP like this, and there's ZywOo dead. Most importantly, Nafany doesn't re-extend, but now he's got 2, and Masuta's not missing. How has Masuta just won that? The tap onto the man in CT. Night-night, Shiro.
Wow.
And Nafany didn't want to go back in there. Nafany wanted to rotate back out of long. He started to go towards the long doors. He just didn't want to give up the fight. The last thing that they were expecting was that 1 tap from Masuta. And suddenly, the round changes for Nafany. The plan, which was don't fight, don't give him a chance. Suddenly, you need the trade. You want to keep an eye on the bomb. You want to try and, win it out for Gambit.
Swinging there is your best bet, right? If you let him just take the bomb, plant, get into a spot, you can't do anything. You have 4 health, you have nades, you have a kit in the round. Like, yeah, you have to swing that. And Masuta lights out. Look at his teammates' reactions as well.
Bro, he is playing an unreal game right now. Like 27 and 15. Top of the server.
Remember how Vitality got on the board? It was his deco, right? Up on Catwalk.
The little triple.
Yeah, 2 openers and the 1v1 clutch as well. Man, he's been going lights out, and it's exactly what Vitality needed. I didn't expect them to see them up in the lead after how this game looked on the second half. Gambit were flawless, and now they can't even get around. They're begging for scraps.
I think it does beg the question of, when you look at the kind of history that Vitality have with developing newer talent, as it were, and bringing them up into the tier 1, it does get you excited around the prospect of a guy like Kyojin, right? If he's here, they must have seen something they like. And if they see something they like, normally that's a very, very good sign for what we're going to get out of these guys.
Yeah, and I mean, you have more than enough, examples in this team.
Exactly,
as of Masuta and ZywOo. Obviously, I think ZywOo's, a little bit of a different one, because he was insane even before he joined this team.
But Masuta, man, when he joined, it wasn't someone you looked at and you went, this guy, he's going to be a big, he's going to be a big deal. It's not really what you thought yet. They've really sharpened this guy up into quite the weapon.
Yeah, because you need that base level, right? You need the ability, a little bit of experience maybe thrown in, even not a top level, and then the right support around you. And well, with names like Apex and Shox and previously RPK on this team, not really many more players with that much experience in this game. So perfect combo to build you up. And right now, Vitality standing tall. Masuta with a banging performance. Let's see if he can close this round as well. Vitality, time is the only problem. 20 seconds, should be all fine, should be all good, but let's see if these pistols cause problems. Nice molly, forces Nafany out from behind the boxes. Now there's no way to stop the plant but jumping, and Hobbit can't even do that. The fade comes in, now it's onto the scout, and double peek by 2 leaves Vitality up in the lead.
Up in the lead, Hugo, man. All the way up into the lead, 14-13. Like we all expected.
And now this gives us a series we wanted, right? This gives us that potential 3-mapper extravaganza.
Man, I hope you're all having a good time. This is great. This is great. IEM summer. The suns are out, and the guns are out in this round now. You got the AWP in the hands of Shiro again. come on, Shiro, man. Zowie has been so suffocating with this orb. We want to see a little bit more from Shiro.
Yeah, really slow round for Vitality as well. They've done a lot of, quicker explosions out on long. So dropping back into this default, seeing if Gambit have any plans to make moves. And if they do, Zowi's here to stop them. That will not be the case, though. Gambit have smoked mid to crawl over on that B bomb site. And Gambit seemed convinced by the B play, right? 3 players there, all inside of the site as well, not even playing for middle. And they might not be too far from the truth either. Vitality are going back into the B tunnels with the bomb. The double car setup is naughty. Mizuta trying to fake out that A site, keep this AWP here. That will at least mean Gambit are going to have 2 players committed to the long position for quite a while as this B play comes in. Even flashes for, Mizuta to get out long, but Axel's there behind the blue bin and deals with him. Now this B crunch coming in, 1 guy in mid, the rest of Vitality charging the tunnels, and it's up to the stack to hold it together. Apex and Shox with key entries, but are they ready for the 3rd man? It's Hobbit dropping the bomb. There's the mid play, the spree is a miss, and Apex will come out on top. 2 on 2, you've got to give it a go.
Yeah, right, you can't write this one off. This is one of the best chances you've had. Shox and Apex, it's the 2 old boys to try and keep 15 in check, and they're gonna get them there. Vitality up onto map point, and it's Shox and Apex doing it all to make it happen.
Doesn't that feel great?
Oh, we've had a great showing out of guys like Zowie and Mizuta, but right there, in the 2-on-2, a round that matters so much to Vitality. Now they've at least locked in overtime, at least. But by winning that, they've broken the money of Gambit again. It's a big famous buy. I know, everyone loves this buy. Everyone loves the 5 famouses. It's a family.
You got to remember as well, we haven't had a round for Gambit ever since Vitality got their first T side. Like this was one-sided. This was 13-8. 7 in a row, looking for their 8th to close their pick into Vitality. Already with an advantage taken by the AWP on long, and that's an awkward one for Apex in middle. Jumps up, but didn't clear close left. Misuta's had enough of this game. He wants to go to overpass, and he's going to get there fast. Kyojin helps him out as the flash comes in, and this map looks to be closed out.
Yeah, Shiro and Axel, they're coming to terms with it. They're going to try and do something gnarly in this retake, but a 2-on-4, man, it's looking as good as done here on Dust 2. Oh, so much utility. There's even more. When this Molotov fades, there's more util on guys like Zowie. So you're waiting for the perfect time. You're thinking, well, this is it. But surprise, now the Molotov, you got to run through it. And it's hot, all right. Vitality, they take this map. 1-0 up in this series now. We got a Vitality that's on fire, a map up, and an overpass, a Gambit map pick, loaded in the chamber, ready to go. Stick around. You don't want to miss it.
To be myself, so when I went and found myself, the ones who told me back then, be true to who I am, ain't think we was really gonna win. Now they watching us from the sidelines while we trying to victories like we getting high tides. I'm getting my prize, only thing my eyes is locked in on, $500,000 mine. I want it right now, don't waste my time, family independent.